Jimmy Patsos Show, brought to you by All Star Wine and Spirits. And Coach Patsos, you walked in here and you said that you predicted the World Series before the season began.
It's funny. I grew up a Royals fan. Really, it was like my team. I liked Whitey Herzog. They had the turf. They played fast. It was cool. George Brett was awesome. And then I went to Royals Stadium this year, and I got a Royals Under Armour, of course, Royals T-shirt. Crown the champions.
Of course, for those that don't know, Kevin Plank, buddies with Jimmy Patsos, CEO of Under Armour.
He's doing well. He was just in Forbes top 400 in the world, so no bake sale for him.
He is doing well.
He's doing all right. He's okay.
I guess Under Armour is going to be a thing. I guess.
Anyways, this guy's got his hands right in there. He's just so competitive. But I like the Royals, and I went out there to recruit this year, and I was out there, and I stopped by the stadiums. They're right next to each other. They're really good practice facilities, kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but they've got this great situation, and I wanted to see what you try and learn. I like sports. I like going to sports venues. And, I was in Vegas for the Pacquiao fight last year, and I walked by the board, and it was like 15-1 to the Royals. And I'm like, if only I gambled. I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Except for the horses. That's not really gambling. That's social.
Yeah, exactly. That's more of a day trip.
So it becomes
that is supporting the racing industry and all of the culture that goes with it.
Yeah, because gambling implies you might win once in a while, and that rarely happens.
Not up at that track, Saratoga. But the Royals, they pulled. I mean, Mets were exciting this year. We're talking about different topics, but the guy that came by is Dick Turlington, 1953 grad that brought us the pole in 11.
Today, when you were walking out of the office.
Walking out, and I had to talk to Dick. He started a great player
Dick
there.
Burlington?
Turlington. He said, you get these two, you should be in the top 10 if we can beat Wisconsin and Duke. I said, absolutely.
Well, yeah. If you beat Duke and Wisconsin, you're in the top 10, right?
Because 11th is the highest they've ever been ranked. Yeah. So it was good to see him.
That's cool. That's cool. The heritage of Siena is so great.
Think about it. That guy was rebounding. That guy was an inside player in 19. He was telling us about rebounding, and he graduated in 1953. You know, the war had just ended, and he played, and they were 11th in the country. So, anyways, that's my stuff for today.
Very cool. Jimmy Patsos Show. Well, he's gone, folks. There he goes. Brought to you by All Star Wine and Spirits. Now, Coach, tell me about Javion Ogunyemi, because he's back and he has his eligibility. Give us his story in this offseason, how it worked with you guys.
Javion's a great kid. It's funny because today I was talking about Motown, and I said, who's Barry Gordy? And he said, the guy that founded Motown. And I said, unbelievable. Of course, Javion right away gets it. That's a long way to get that back.
I would not have known that.
And he was tough, Barry Gordy. So anyways, Javion's great. Unfortunately, his mother passed away right before the start of his freshman year, and he works through. And then, he never really left the area. In defense of him transferring, he had a good year, and it was just time he'd never gone to another school. Boston and BU was pretty impressive. He took a look and decided to go. I supported him. I want you happy. I want kids happy. That's why I coach. That's why we were in this thing. And I just think he missed home. And then his cousin got tragically shot in Troy. They had some issues this summer in Troy, and his grandmother kind of lives alone. So he wanted to move back and said, I want to come back to school, and let's talk about it. And he's fine. He's starting for us. He's shooting the ball well. He does everything well. He's got to grab a few more rebounds. He's got to chase rebounds a little more for a 6'8" guy. He'll be a complete player, but good kid. Great grades, above a 3.0, and he's really going to be a success story, whatever he does in his life. And everyone is happy he's back. And he's happy he's back.
What's the role he plays on your team this year?
He starts at center and plays. He hit we scrimmaged Columbia. It was a tie game with 2 minutes to go. He hit a 3.
Yeah, you are happy that he's back on your team.
That was the most improved player in the MAC. I was devastated when he left, but I was a prodigal son. You can't say I don't want you to leave, and you can't be selfish. And it was good for him to at least take a look at what else is out there. But he decided, he missed here. And being a Siena basketball player, this is a great place to be an athlete, whether it's high school, us, Albany, RPI hockey, union hockey. You get a lot of attention here. You go to Boston, and they're like, is David Ortiz available? No. All right. Then we want to talk to, Xander Bogaerts. So who's over there? Is Marcus Smart there? Okay. It's Tom, because we know Brady's not available. So that's how that rolls out there. You get used to around here. It's a great area for the high school coverage here is tremendous. The college is outstanding. And I think that's something that you miss besides your family issues. I think he missed a little bit of that.
Coach, I got to ask you, because we've been fighting about this. Rex Ryan, he's a big personality like
Sexy
yourself.
Rexy.
He does a press conference today wearing the Clemson football helmet because his kid plays for Clemson.
I know, he's been wearing it. Look, it's a good year to wear it.
Right. Yeah, Armen makes it sound like he's a distraction, he's an embarrassment, he's all these things. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. What do you think?
I respect him. I knew him in Baltimore very little bit, but he was there when I saw him when he was really rising up. He keeps it interesting. I mean, I don't want to keep it that interesting. But the thing about his captain's thing is he does do that everywhere he goes. I just think that's an interesting one with the guy since that happened with Geno Smith. But it'll be, you know what? I'm going to watch Thursday night when I land in Duke. Our team's going to have shoot around. We're having our meal, and we will watch the second half together of the Jets-Bills game because that's probably one of the most important games.
It might be tough to watch, too, because they're in that color rush. So, like, the Bills are wearing head-to-toe red, and the Jets are wearing head-to-toe green.
Are they?
It feels like Christmas threw up on the field.
Actually, you're right. But you know what? Huge game.
Yep.
The Bills are back in it. The Raiders might be out. The Steelers are back in it. I mean, my Ravens, this is not our year.
No, it's not at all. Jimmy Patsos Show, thanks to All-Star Wine and Spirits. And I guess, Jimmy, my thing is that whenever you're a coach and you want to be goofy and you want to have fun publicly the way Rex does, you're putting more pressure on yourself so that when you don't win, we are, as society and fans, are going to say, oh, so you have time to be funny at press conferences and make jokes all the time, but you can't make the playoffs like you told us you would. I've never understood why he puts that added pressure on himself because he does have a losing record as a head coach in the NFL.
I didn't know that. Jeez, you know, it's funny. I'm different. I watch like everybody. I mean, I don't watch like I'm not. In other words, I'm an avid NFL fan that's not crazy into his fantasy and all that kind of stuff. I thought he went to 2 AFC championship games. That's what I remember of Rex Ryan.
Right, his first 2 years.
And I know it didn't finish well, but in other words, is that fair to say? I thought he had 2 AFC championships, pretty good run.
So you still classify him as a successful NFL coach?
I did not know his record. You know, hey, look,
even though it's been a while.
You know, they want you to win the big one. You know, thank God I got to the NCAA at Loyola. We went to the second tournament there. Then we win the CBI, the only team in the MAC to ever win one. That's maybe what sticks with me.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with my record last year. And you're right. You have to focus on coaching. But they also have so much media attention. What do you talk about all the time? I mean, I do this a few months a year with you guys, once a week, twice a week. They're doing it like every day. But I don't know. I mean, at least he wanted the Bills job. You know, Doug Marrone left him high and dry. So I kind of like him, though. He's more good than bad. Is that what I'll say? But I did not know. If you asked me what his record was, I would have said.
It's not by much. It's like by 4 games.
Again, imagine if your general manager says, yeah, we're not going to spend $20 million on secondary and wide receivers this year. Go win. You're not going to win.
Bill Parcells, if I'm going to make the meal, I want to shop for the groceries.
Right. It'd be like your AD chasing away. No, you can't have these recruits. They're too good. No.
I'm not saying it's all his fault. I'm just saying the record is what it is. That's all. That's all.
I know, and that's a great point. If you asked me what it was, I would have said it was in what is he coached for 8 years or something like that?
09 was his first year.
He has 50 wins and 54 losses. So
yeah, I would have gone the other 54 and 50. Because remember, 9 and 7, you're in 10 and 6, you're in the playoffs.
Right. Jimmy Patsos Show. Thanks to All-Star Wine and Spirits with Armen and Levack on 104.5 The Team. All right, Coach Patsos, your team kicking off the season Friday night at Duke. We can watch that one on ESPNU.
Yes.
And then on Sunday against Wisconsin. You're entering your 3rd year as the Siena men's basketball head coach. What should we expect from your program this year?
It's a fair question. I want to get better. I want to do better. I'm worried about the MAC. We played 20 games in the MAC. We play everybody twice, so that's good. Good round robin, you know. And I heard someone talking about I listened to college football today a lot. I was just driving a lot early in the day. You know, we get to play everybody twice, so your record is what your record is. In other words, if you're in the Pac-12 South or the SEC West or those are different situations because they're talking about what a team should be ranked by because everybody plays everybody. We do. And I want to do better in the MAC. These 2 games are a chance to get better, but Radford postseason, Bucknell postseason, Albany NCAA 3 years ago, Vermont postseason, St. Bonnie's is an A-10 team. And then that all gets you ready for the MAC. We have to get better in the MAC, move up to where you come in 5th or above. You get that bye, and then you want to go to the Times Union Center and have a chance to win the tournament. Manhattan has gotten better as the year has gone on for the last 2 years, and they are the best team in March, and they've won our tournament. That's fair. We have to do that. I'm happy we're healthy. Brett Bisping makes us better already. Emo Silas is like a really good piece that can come off the bench. You know, it's Javion, Brett, Levon. They've been around. Marquise. I don't know who's going to play the 2 guard. Kenny LaRose is jumping in the battle with Ryan Oliver and Nico Clarith. Kenny Warmley can play some back. We got 9 or 10 guys. Evan Fisher's pretty good, big guy off the bench, can shoot it. Like Bill Lamberry can make threes, and he's tough. We got to get better as the year goes on and then try and contend for a MAC title. I know people here want to go to the NCAA. I just want to go to the postseason, you know, because the coach, that's what we're talking about, Rex Ryan. I didn't know that. I want to go to the postseason.
Yeah. Siena men's basketball coach Jimmy Patsos. Watch him on ESPNU Friday night against Duke. And this is going to be a thing. Every Tuesday, 4 o'clock, Jimmy Patsos.
So we're good for here on out. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything.
I got the dates. I'll put them on your calendar for you. Yeah. All thanks to All Star Wine and Spirits for making this happen.
I mean, so next Tuesday, the great thing is we'll have a chance to I may be going to All Star Wine and Liquors right after the games if we lose by a combined 80 points. I don't know.
That's right. Well, Craig's going to be there with you on the plane, so he might even help you out. He's helped me out a few times on some trips. Why do you think I like going on trips with Craig? He always brings like little tasties. You know what I'm saying? He helps you out. I'm not going to lie. All-Star Wine and Spirits, allstarwine.com. All-Star Wine and Spirits is in Latham Farms. So, Coach Patsos, we will do it again in the near future. Jimmy Patsos Show. Thanks to All-Star Wine and Spirits. Coach, thanks for being in here today.
No, thanks for coming, everybody. Both games, ESPNU. Watch. It's a great chance for Siena. It's the Siena College. This is good for them. They're on national television. It's just the basketball program representing, but I'm interested to see how we do, and it's going to be a fun learning experience, and then we got to go from there. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for coming in, Coach.